Hey everybody, how's it going? It is Dunbar Snackbar. It's time for some EA Sports College Football 25. We're going to be starting off with the first game of the Chaz Thunders Dynasty. If you didn't see the introduction, we're going to be following him through his entire career. So this is a dynasty where I'm starting off as the offensive coordinator for Air Force, and we're just going to see where things go with coaching carousel. I've got a whole number of stories ready to go for Chaz and just really adding to the overall gameplay by including stuff from behind the scenes. For example, let's go to Chaz here to get his thoughts of this game.
All right, Chaz. All those hours watching film, running drills, and refining plays, it has all led to this. The players are ready and they're hungry. I just need to focus on execution and trust the process. So take a deep breath, man. You got this. It's time to go out there and prove to everyone, including myself, that I belong here. So let's just make it happen.
One of the things that I think is going to go really well for not just Chaz Thunders, but also myself, is the fact that we're starting off against an FCS school. It's really supposed to be Merrimack College. Not a great way to start things off, though, here. Because I was going to say, my hope was that this was going to be easy, that I'd be able to make some mistakes, but not have it end up being a major impact on how things go in the game. But yeah, 3rd and 9, end up getting sacked, losing 5 yards. That is not the first drive that I would have wanted with Chaz Thunders, but that's okay. On drive number 2, little jet sweep there with a huge pickup. Now, I feel like I need to clarify something here. For those who didn't see the introduction, I did mention that as part of Chaz Thunders coming to the Air Force Falcons as the offensive coordinator, he was not going to be doing any of the play calling. So what does that mean for me in game? Basically, I'm restricted only to the coach-suggested plays, and to make it even more difficult for me, I can only hit A. So just keep that in mind. 4th and 1 now. We're going to go for it. Cade Harris running up the middle. We'll get the first down on that one. Yeah, so I feel like I just need to clarify that, because that's going to be one of the things that as we kind of go through this career, things will begin to change a little bit. If I do well, I feel like the head coach would be able to trust Chaz Thunders a little bit more to call his own plays. And especially at the beginning where he's supposed to be getting familiar with the playbook, with the guys on the team. Anyway, first touchdown. Cade Harris doing it. Yeah, I feel like we're going to rely on him a lot, and obviously a lot of this is because of the offensive scheme that Air Force uses, which relies heavily on the option, but also Cade Harris, as a senior, is one of the best players on the team, so you'll be seeing him get the ball probably quite a bit. Again, that's all part of Chaz Thunders kind of learning how Air Force does things. As the offensive coordinator, too, I'll only be playing offense. That was one of the things I was really happy to see that it allows you to do in College Football 25, is you can choose whether or not you're going to be playing the full game, offense only, defense only. Now, if we get to the point where Chaz Thunders is a head coach, nice little run there. If he does become the head coach, then we'll start seeing both offensive and defensive aspects of the game, which I think that'll be kind of fun to do. All right, 2nd and 10 is now 3rd and 7 after that 3-yard pickup. Again, we're going to be going to the option here to the right side. Cade Harris waiting for it. Able to get it to him. He cuts up field. Nice little move there, but first down. Defense, at least for me, has done a pretty good job here, holding FCS to no points here through this first quarter. This is one of those things that I was hoping for when playing against an FCS school. I was talking about if I make mistakes, I don't want it to have a big impact on the game. Defense really doing their job, so if there is a turnover or something like that, I don't feel like that could heavily cripple our chances of being able to win in this one. But I do like this offensive scheme. I was excited playing as Air Force because of how much I do love the option. I really tried to jump right there. See if I could sneak the ball in. But I think some of the reason why I love the option just kind of goes back to like me growing up, watching Nebraska way back when they were a very option-heavy team. I guess football was very option-heavy back then. Touchdown number 2 here for the Air Force Falcons. That'll put us up 14-0 as long as we don't miss that extra point. But we are in the second quarter now. Consistency has been the key. There is a part of me, don't get me wrong, that's really hoping to just land some really deep pass. But I know with what we've got for this team from the wide receiver core, I think with the arm of my quarterback too, that's not really going to happen too much. I intentionally made this or set this up in a way where I'm playing as a one-star team. And if things go well and Chaz is... Oh, made that cut there. You know, as Chaz progresses through his career, the hope is he's going to coach for some better teams and things like that. The schemes might change a little bit. I also have a potential strategy for what Chaz Thunders' offensive scheme would be if he has the ability to just dictate what his team is supposed to do. So a lot of this is going to evolve over time. That's why I hope you guys will stick through a lot of this. There we go again. Come on. Ah, I did it again. I really wanted to get that dive in. See, that's one of those things that will just never get old. All the way back from the NCAA 14 days. I just love doing those dives into the end zone. All right, we'll be up 21-0 after that run up the middle. Like I was saying, though, no deep passes, but as long as we can get a number of runs that are like 5-6 yards, we're going to be set here throughout this entire game. Oh, that was not good. I'm really interested to see how quickly other teams kind of pick up how we're going to do things. I really can't take this first game here as a measurement of how difficult things... How did he get past everybody? Oh, we're looking good now. That I don't even know how that one worked out, but hey, I will take it. The drive is still alive here. Oh, there we go. Cade Harris again getting the job done for us with a pickup of 9. You know, I'm going to the outside a lot, but seems to be working. No giant runs. And again, I think that's going to be due to the speed of my players not being as high as you've got on some other schools. Oh, why did he not turn around? All right, the dreaded field goal. But we make it through the uprights. We'll take 3 points right there. I really wish that pass would have gone a different way. I mean, I know you're not going to be seeing too many passes, partly because coach just does not seem to be calling too many passing plays, but still, when I do that, I want to make sure that I'm being smart about it and like using those opportunities wisely. Haven't seen that yet. Oh man, I'm gonna have to get to the point here where I've got to figure out where I can do audibles. I just don't like some of these. Yeah, that was not a good throw. I just don't like some of these play calls, and I'd like to be able to have the option to audible, but at this point, I'm not taking it. Cade Harris with the catch. Now, his specialty is actually a receiving halfback, so you'll probably see me go to him quite a bit, because I've noticed here that there's a lot of opportunities. Oh, got to get it to X. Sweet. No, there's a lot of opportunities for the halfback to be open during some of these passing plays. Ah, of course, nobody blocked. I do see the offensive line to be a major weak point for me, too. I think that's going to be something that's really going to become problematic. See? Here you go. Told you, Cade Harris. No, I think as we go against some of the bigger batter teams or those that are more highly ranked, that'll become a problem here with the offensive line. I'm just not going to have much time to do anything, especially with, running the ball too. There we go. A passing touchdown. Nice to get one of those in. We're still going strong here on the offensive side. Defense is doing really well here too as we're up. We'll be 31-0 here as we go into the half. All right, we're getting it done. Okay, here we are in the third quarter. As we take a look at how things went in the first half, pretty happy with how it went. That first drive obviously was probably the weak point, but I think that is to be expected. So I'm not going to be too worried about it. Oh, Cade Harris again. Man, we're getting some good runs here. Yeah, so I don't think that first half really could have gone any better, being realistic about things. So we'll just keep doing things as we've been doing it through this entire game. See if we can rack up another 31 points here. Well, there we go. There's 7 more to add to the tally. At this point, it kind of feels like it's a little bit of a tutorial here. Chaz Thunders is probably super happy with himself, feeling a lot better about things as he takes a look up at that scoreboard and seeing how far they are up. I think there's some hope for this team. I mean, taking a look at what Air Force has kind of done previously, so as part of the contract signing and all that, we saw a number of like 8, 9-win seasons. I'm hoping to be able to at least recreate that. Oh, Calvert with a nice juke. Yeah, if we could duplicate 8, 9-win seasons, I think we're going to have some coaching offers for Chaz Thunders at some other teams here pretty soon. Carson now to the outside, my fullback. That's one of the things, too, I've been really looking forward to using a lot more in this scheme is the fullback here. Another big pickup right there. That's something that I hope when I get to the part where I can call my own plays, I can have a steady mix of runs up the middle with the fullback, runs to the outside with the halfbacks. Oh, that got brought back. Well, that's not cool. All right, 3rd and 18 after a couple plays that didn't go my way, and that blitz got through. Oh, geez, look at this now. At the 3-yard line, got to be really careful with things. Just a 3-yard pickup. 3rd and 7 after an incomplete pass. We're just going to try and go with the option. They stopped that one short. Loss of 2. But surprisingly, after the punt, still no points for Merrimack College. We're in the 4th quarter now, going to try to run the clock out here a little bit. I would say you're going to see some more running plays, but honestly, at this point, it is so one-sided with the offensive scheme in a good way, I think. The clock should just still be going. All right. Carson not really going too much anywhere, just a 3-yard pickup, but we get the ball back here with really good field position. So I think we'll be looking at some more points here, as long as I don't go ahead and turn it over. Jeez. Man, this is becoming a little bit of an issue. Only because this is the concern that I have going forward, that there's going to be a lot more of those types of plays. Oh, diving catch. I love that one. Woo. All right, it'll be 45-0. Obviously, we know what the outcome of this game is going to be. There still might be some cool plays ahead for Air Force. I'm really surprised at this point that we haven't seen, the 2nd and 3rd stringers really start to come in. The fact that we've still got our 1st string offense in is a little bit of an interesting call by the head coach, but I'm not going to complain. Huge pickup right here by Cade Harris. Not going to be able to make it to the end zone, but still, that is going to add to a nice tally here of rushing yards for the Air Force Falcons. A little over 5 minutes left to go here in this game. Keep it up with the same old stuff. Of course, my fullback does not have that same skill with spins, jukes, all that stuff. Some of it's habit. There we go. We're just going to take that ourselves. We are really pouring it on here late in the game. This is one of those times where I am really worried what the perception of this would be if this was real life. But honestly, there's really not much you could do at that point. I mean, what's he going to do? Stop on the goal line and kneel? We're just running the ball right up the middle or to the outside. I guess in a lot of cases, like I'm going to do right here with the option. All right, we'll be within inside the 5 here. 2nd and goal. Jeez. All right. I feel like some of that I'm just going to have to watch a lot more. I've been surprised, and I've also got to stop the habit of rolling out of the pocket. but I have been surprised at how many triple options have been called. And I think that's one of the things that makes it somewhat difficult for me here with the option and some of the guys getting through the offensive line. So while I do like the possibilities that the triple option can bring, I think I'm just going to have to read the defensive line a little bit more and kind of choose which way to go, because I seem to rely heavily on just going to the outside with it. So it's kind of cool being able to go back and like rewatch this game, do the commentary, and just try and pick up on things that I can do better.
Here we go.
Gosh, Merrimack is getting like a ton of injuries. I don't know if everybody else sees that too. Whenever they play an FCS school, it's just a lot. Anyway, victory formation. We're just going to kneel it here, and Air Force is going to come away with the first win of the season against Merrimack College, 55-0. All in all, I'm excited for how this is going to go. I hope you guys enjoyed this first game as much as I did. Wow, 217 passing yards. They're counting the option in there too. Anyway, thanks for watching, you guys. I appreciate it. Make sure you like, subscribe if you enjoyed this. Just make sure you comment below. Send a few dollars through Super Thanks. That goes a long way for me too. Anyway, you guys are awesome. Looking forward to more of this. Can't wait to read your comments and everything. Until next time, you guys have a good one.